Taxes on home buying are foolish. In many countries, buying a house is expensive. Rising house prices have throttled economic growth and are fueling resentment. And taxes on buying houses, in many countries called stamp duty, are making things worse. They distort the housing market and the economy. They should be scrapped. The first thing that would happen after abolishing stamp duty is that buyers would have more money. Of course, they would spend this bidding up the price of housing even higher. Britain's government has estimated that property prices rise roughly 1-for-1 with any cut in stamp duty. Critics say this means cutting the tax is pointless, but they're wrong. Imagine you've bought a house for $500,000 and paid taxes of $10,000. You'll never see that $10,000 again. If these taxes are abolished and prices rise, you may still spend $510,000 in total, but now you have an asset that is worth what you have paid. But that's not even the main benefit of scrapping the tax. Doing so would increase the buying and selling of homes. Imagine now you're an elderly couple thinking about selling your house to first-time buyers to downsize and raise funds for your retirement. With no stamp duty but higher house prices, you'll get more cash from downsizing, and so you'll be more likely to sell up. That explains why, time after time, economists have found that scrapping stamp duties would increase the number of housing transactions, getting homes into the hands of those who need them. One study from Canada showed a 1.1% tax caused a 15% decline in the number of homes bought and sold. When you have a housing shortage, as you do in much of the rich world, discouraging people from buying and selling houses is lunacy. For example, more than a third of Britain's owner-occupied homes have 2 or more spare bedrooms. People are entitled to hold on to big family houses if they wish, but the tax system should not encourage them to do so. Abolishing the tax would mean more people would move to take better or higher paid jobs, which means the workforce would become more productive, resulting in economic growth. The tax also makes life harder if you have to move to cope with a family event like death or divorce. Abolishing stamp duty would mean losing government revenue. The UK government, for instance, raised £15 billion from stamp duty in 2024 to 2025. Yet this could be recouped with higher annual property or land taxes. These would still target housing wealth and be just as progressive, but they would not distort housing markets as much. Of course, this would create winners and losers. Those with big houses and no intention of ever moving would be worse off. But there are ways around this, such as phasing in the new system as people move. A reform to replace stamp duty would help buyers and sellers alike, and it would make the economy work better for everyone.